Solving systems using Cramer's rule. For any given system of equations such that a sub 1 x plus b sub 1 y equals c sub 1 and a sub 2 x plus b sub 2 y equals c sub 2, we can solve this system using determinants. When we use determinants, that's called Cramer's rule. So how we need to figure that out is first we need to find the determinant of our coefficient matrix. So we find D, which is going to be the determinant of a sub 1, b sub 1, a sub 2, b sub 2, because those are my coefficients. So a little refresher on determinants, it would be a sub 1 times b sub 2 minus a sub 2 times b sub 1. So you do the cross multiplication and the subtraction. So that is going to be the denominator of our x and y. So if I want to find x using Cramer's rule, I'm going to find another determinant. And the determinant is I'm going to replace my x column, which is the a's, with my c's. So c sub 1 and c sub 2. And my y column, b sub 1, b sub 2 is not going to change. And that's going to be over the d, which I already found. And that's going to equal my x. And finally, my y is going to be taking my c column, my answer column, and replacing with my b's, my y answers. So c sub 1 and c sub 2, and then my a sub 1 and my a sub 2 are not going to change from my determinant, my original determinant. And that's going to be divided by d. So I can just find a series of determinants and then put the numbers together, and then I can find x and y. And this is called Cramer's rule. So let's do an example using Cramer's rule. So we have the system 4x plus 7y equals 46 and 4x minus 2y equals 28. So the first thing I want to do is find my d, which is the determinant of my coefficient matrix, 4, 7, 4, negative 2, and find the determinant of that. So that would be 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8, minus 4 times 7, which is 28. Negative 8 minus 28 is negative 36. So that's going to be my denominator. Then I want to find my x. So I'm going to take my answers, 46 and 28, and replace them with my x column. And then my 7 and negative 2 will not change. And I find that determinant. Divide that by d first, sorry. Okay, so 46 times negative 2 is a negative 92, minus 28 times 7 is a 196, divided by my d, which is negative 36. So negative 92 minus 196 is a negative 288. And I'm going to divide that by negative 36 and then type it into the calculator, and you would get a positive 8. So that is my x value. And now I need to find my y. My y is going to be similar, except I'm going to replace my y column instead of my x column. So I'm going to have 4 and 4 still, and my 46 and 28 will replace my y coefficients, divided by d. So I take 4 times 28, which is going to give me a 112, minus 4 times 46, which will give me a 184, divided by negative 36. And 112 minus 184 is a negative 72, divided by negative 36, so that is 2. So once I have my x and my y, then my final answer is going to be written as a point, 8, 2, just like it always has been. And that's Cramer's rule. For this next example, the first thing we need to do is put it into standard form. So when I do that, I would get 6x plus 3y equals negative 24. And then my second one would be a negative x plus 9y equals a positive 23. So now it's in standard form, so I can go on and find everything else that I need. So I'm going to find my determinant of my coefficient matrix, D. So that would be 6, 3, negative 1, and 9. I'm going to find that determinant. 6 times 9, 54, minus negative 1 times 3 is a negative 3, so double negative plus 3 equals 57. So that's going to be my denominator. X equals, replacing my X column with my answers. So that would be a negative 24, 23. And my Y column will remain the same, 3, 9. Find the determinant of that. Negative 24 times 9 is a negative 216. Minus 23 times 3 is a 69. Divided by my 57. Negative 216 minus 69 is going to be a negative 285 divided by my 57. Type that into the calculator, you get negative 5. So that is my X term. Then Y is going to be equal to replacing my Y column instead of my X column. So I'm still going to have 6 and negative 1. And then I'll have my negative 24 and my 23 in my Y column, divided by D. So 6 times 23 is going to give me a 138 minus negative 1 times negative 24 will be a positive 24, so minus 24 over 57. Negative 138 minus 24 is going to be a positive 114 over 57. Divide that out and you get 2. So your final answer is negative 5, 2. So those are your notes over solving systems using Cramer's rule. This is just a little trick if you're really good with determinants. Sometimes it'll be quicker. We really do a lot less figuring in this way, and it will always work the same way as it does when we solve algebraically. So go through some practice problems. Make sure you can get comfortable with Cramer's rule so you can do these as well. And then you can get ready to prepare for a quiz over solving systems using matrices.